This is Ask Me Anything.
Ask me a question.
With Joe DeCamera and John Ritchie.
Alrighty, AMA, as we, typically do Wednesdays at 7 o'clock. We pushed it back a little bit today. By the way, I really got something to say about someone at our radio station. I'll get to that later this segment.
Can't wait.
I can't wait either. AMA, Seltzer, what do inquiring minds want to know today?
Let's go with the classic. Tell us something we don't know about you.
Well, you know I'm going to the Fairfield Reunion this weekend. Do you know that they are honoring me this weekend?
Whoa! What?
Getting the Nick Foles treatment. Statue.
Nuh-uh.
Statue.
Make some
noise, come on.
A big hammer upon me coming back for my 25th reunion. Big hammer. It's going to be right there in the quad. Big hammer statue.
Surprised it's not a grapefruit.
So is this a total joke, or are they actually honoring you
That's
for
a
something?
total joke.
Okay.
Yeah.
No one believes. So they're not actually honoring you.
James thought maybe.
I don't know. You know, Fairfield. Like
Shame
you talked
on
about
them.
many times.
Notable alum.
Shame on
Not
them for
many
not.
notable alums from Fairfield.
No.
I thought maybe made the cut.
No notable alums. Other than maybe that guy's the goalie for the hockey, or for
Kevin
the
Nealon,
soccer team. Kevin Nealon he's not an alum. I think he went there for like a year or so.
Tough.
We have nothing. But someday maybe they'll give me the statue. You know, you want
No, they won't.
instead of you won Philly, be like, you want another beer? Like, yeah, let's do it.
So
Yeah, that
you
was my
didn't
college
actually tell us something we don't know about you. To the
I guess
AMA
so.
question.
Good call.
Did you go there all 4 years?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
It wasn't like all the other schools you went to
No.
around here.
Yeah, it's a good question.
Once I got there, I was there. I don't know, James. That's all I got for
Oh,
you.
great.
I mean, what
John,
really
you got an
interesting.
answer?
I have a good flex. I was telling Alicia when we were at the thing for Doc, all those guys who were there. Javon was one of the guys, and I told Alicia, check out Javon's hands when I shake hands with them. It really is amazing how massive his hands are. And we used to do this thing back in the day where you would take a football, you'd grab one end of it, and then the other guy would grab the other end of the football, and you'd have a contest and see who could wrestle
Wow.
the football from the other guy. I was the champion of
Really?
the Eagles team, and I thought for sure that when Javon came in, he was going to beat me. Because he can fit his hand around the football like long ways. His hand is so massive. So I thought for sure he would win, but it was a hard-fought battle. I was able to beat Javon back in the day. That was my flex.
That's a
awesome.
great
That's
a
fact.
solid
We've
flex.
never heard
Yeah.
that from you, dude.
Yeah.
That's great.
I like that one.
Me too.
A lot.
I like that a lot, too.
What
All
else,
right, John, this one's for you. Related to the Nick Wallenda discussion, what is the craziest thing you've ever done? For example, skydiving, bungee jumping, something along those lines.
A lot of really dumb stuff I don't even want to give it life. I don't even want to think about the stupid stuff on, spring breaks and things like that. Once upon a time when I thought about nothing before I did it, because I've now brought 3 lives into the world, and I feel like it's somehow going to come back. We did a lot of dumb things. And part of the problem was, like the fear of heights thing, it never really took hold for me. So I can remember some examples, like being over at my buddy Greg Parente's house. We used to use his video camera and video everything. And I got this idea, okay, let's start using reverse tape technology. So I'll stand on the edge of your back deck backwards, and I'll jump off your deck backwards.
So it'll look like you're jumping
and
up.
land backwards on this massive hill.
What in the world?
And then try to run backwards down the hill. So when we play it in reverse, it'll look like I run up the back hill
Super
and
fast.
jump up
Super
onto
fast,
the deck.
yeah.
And so
That's
we sat there
unbelievable.
and we tried to do that all afternoon. I stood on the railing of a deck backwards and jumped off, trying to make it look convincing, and then run backwards.
Boy.
Dumb stuff like that.
That is.
It's dumb.
Yeah, especially for a guy with an NFL career going on.
And it was high.
Holy
It was high. And they're telling me stuff like, don't ever ride your skateboard. Don't ever ever ride your skateboard again. They're saying at the swimming pool in the summer, don't ever go off the diving board. So,
wow.
I was jumping off Greg Parenti's
did
deck
way worse
backwards
stuff.
instead.
That's great.
That's wild.
All right, let's do one more. It's from Jack the Mike on Twitter. Jack says, what trait of your co-host do you most admire, and what trait drives you the most crazy?
I'd say John's love of his family and just overall care. You can just tell. You know, you listen
Drives
to
you
the
crazy?
show.
That's weird.
No,
I'm just kidding.
No, you can just tell. And I admire that with John. To say the
Well, yeah, this is a big hug situation right here. Joe and his family, too.
least. Thank you. Thank you.
It's important.
You're kind of just stealing my answer, but okay.
Yeah, not a very
Fine,
creative
fine.
response.
It
You don't
is
think about it.
I'll tell you what
to
drives me
both of
crazy. Let's
us,
get to
which-
the other side. What drives me crazy?
That's all anyone
John's
cares about.
ignorance with injuries. I mean, he acts like, the Vic Fangio said yesterday that, Jihad Campbell's not even going to practice till August. Oh, no big deal. Like, he'll be ready week one.
Let
Maybe,
me add
maybe
Joe's-
not. Maybe not.
Let me add to Joe's little
Bryce
rant
Harper
there.
got smoked. Oh, no biggie. He'll be out there tomorrow night.
These
oh,
injuries
really?
that we're talking about with Jihad Campbell, these are the medium guy injuries, the linebacker, fullback, tight end injuries, all of which I've had. And the surgeries that I've had, 25 years ago, 20 years ago, I have some idea of what it feels like trying to come back and deal with these injuries when it was like medieval-ish.
Yeah, but and John,
He has more advantage now than I did when I was trying to come back from the same thing.
But-
I'm basing a lot of this off of that.
What's the big
So
but?
you
He
are
always
basing a
says
lot
the
of this
same
off
but
of
to
what
you.
you
what's
hope.
this? What's the big but?
Your career was cut short.
They don't want Jihad Campbell to only play for 7
Yeah.
seasons.
Smart. Smarter
They want
about it.
Jihad Campbell to play.
Well, they do, but they also want him to play for more than 7 years.
The only
Jihad
time they let a
Campbell
guy
wants
rush
to
back.
play.
Carson?
No, they let Brandon because Brandon
Well,
was going to retire.
Well,
Yeah.
well,
And
obviously.
Carson
Well,
that
because it was
time,
the
because
Super
he was
Bowl.
quarterback.
Carson, they learned
Yeah.
their lesson from Carson.
Yeah.
He demanded to come back.
Yeah, and listen, BG, obviously, that was good.
He was gonna
let him-
retire.
Yeah, I mean, it's his last game, and it's the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
so go for it. All right, with that AMA, we shut it down.